morning and welcome to what is actually being shot on Tuesday, Tinker Tuesday. It's actually 4:30 in the morning. If you've been paying attention at all, or even if you've been trying not to pay attention and you've just been watching this channel, there's a really good chance that you are aware that we are currently in what a lot of people are considering a global bike shortage. People everywhere are flocking to department stores, bike shops alike, and Craigslist or like Facebook Marketplace ads to pick up any and every bike they can as quick as possible so that they go out and ride and do something. As a matter of fact, as a really key indicator as to how true this is, Jim Cramer from Mad Money even commented how badly he wished that he could have bought bicycle company stocks that were able to manufacture bikes to sell right now. The fact that someone so entrenched in the money-making world of investments talked about wanting to get into the world of cycling for profit and for making money, for a lack of a better word, and to use the one that everybody else is using, unprecedented. Keep in mind, the cycling industry is a terrible place to try and make money. You have to just really like it and then be poor for the rest of your life if you want to devote your entire being to this sport and this industry. What does all this mean for today's Tinker Tuesday episode? Well, it means that the normal playbook for everything that is cool for a build is now out the window. We could build anything. There's a global bike shortage. It doesn't matter what it is, as long as it's a bike, it's desirable, it's wanted. So I'm finally going to take this opportunity to use up some of the spare parts that have just kind of been literally gathering dust and build something rideable with stuff that I was probably never ever going to use. And then I'm going to ride it to work. I don't know if it's just me or if it is something that is truly happening in the cycling industry as of late, and we could probably have gravel bikes or gravel events to blame for it, but road bikes have kind of lost their cool, and I very much don't have any plans of ever riding my old race frame again. Considering I have the LA Sprint in the basement that's built up as a very baller road bike these days, this thing's been in the background of videos over and over and over again. And at this point, I'm just kind of sick of it being in the way. So we're gonna throw it together with this super long stem, these spare non-oversized flat bars that I have, this 8-speed cassette, these brake levers, and I think a SRAM 8-speed X3 sent by Dan. Thank you, Dan. Drivetrain, and we're going to build a very fast, very stiff flat bar road bike city ripper. Every time I use one of these adapters to put a 24mm spindle crank into a BB30 bottom bracket, I'm always very surprised at how good they actually work. No adapters ever work that good. It's like a little frustrating that this is currently one of the better shifting bikes in the fleet. I know how terrible it is that I throw these plastic test ride pedals on all my bikes, but they're very readily available, generally swapping pedals so consistently that it's negligible anyway.
So far, Flat Bar Urban Ripper, good. I think it just needs to be cleaned. Admittedly, I'm already super in love with this thing. And my original plan was like throw it together with spare parts that are hanging out in the shed that I'm probably never going to use, and then offer it up as a for sale bike that isn't a road bike, so it's not intimidating, but it's like, you know, crazy baller, kind of cool and fun. But of course I built it, rode it, decided to be in love with it. Want to put mountain bike bars on it now. It's possible I'm part of the problem for the global bike shortage. It's also obvious I am the sole problem behind my financial shortage. I just really like bikes, you know? Also, if you ever find yourself wondering how I get these like smooth, non-GoPro lens shots after work when I didn't bring my big camera with me, it's all done on my iPhone. I am notably shocked that I was able to get up at 4:30 this morning with the intention of putting this together from scratch and riding it to work. And the fact that it actually worked out, well, that's just... So there are some limitations. Not a gravel bike. Easy to get flats with. Today's important Tinker Tuesday takeaways. Yes, you can finish an entire bike frame up from the morning before you go to work and ride it there. 2, this marks the 3rd bike in the entire fleet that has flat bars. I will now resent anyone who says that I am a drop bar elitist. 3, the fact that this SRAM X3 8-speed drivetrain with the narrow wide drop stop 50-tooth wolf tooth chainring is unexplainably and inexcusably the smoothest and best shifting drivetrain out of anything that I have in here. And that is just... I'm serious when I say this is the smoothest, most satisfying clicking drivetrain that I have right now. I would take everything about this drivetrain every single day of the week if it had a clutch and it was a little bit quieter. I would recommend nothing else, and I would only say 8-speed, ride it. And last but not least, most importantly, even though there is a current global bike shortage, and it's fun and exciting to try and go out and buy brand new things, don't forget, if you're in the market, that you can try used bike places, used bikes online, or check out your local bike co-op, because maybe you're not going to build something quite like this, but you can build something out of anything. It's certainly anything but traditional, but it is just literally, at this point, a bike. Okay, that's the end of this very late special edition of a Shot on Tuesday, Tinker Tuesday.